Now let's have example number 3. Okay. In example number 3, we are to find for the electric field at point T again. So this time, okay, ang point T. Find the electric field at point T using Q2. Okay, we will restate the problem. Kay do ka vague sa iya. So for number 3, find the electric field experienced by Q2 at point T. Okay. So may nakabutang diri nga experienced by Q2, which means to say, i-disregard mo ni siya si Q1. So wala labot si Q1 kay ang problem ask you to solve for electric field experienced by Q2 at point T. So in this given, okay, we have here the given, the distance from point T to Q2 is 1.20 micrometer, and the charge of Q2 is positive 1.24 nanocoulomb. So we can express it using the formula E. So we have a absolute value of Q2 over R squared. Ang nami lang kayo sa class, if you are giving the label sa Q2 or Q1, mas mahapos mo siya tanawon sa given, especially if there are different charges involved. Okay? So, better yun man siguro if you will be using proper labeling for your charges. Tandaan ha, may proper label ang charges. So we have 9 times 10 raised to 9 Newton meter squared per coulomb squared. Then this is times, ang charge naton is 1.24 times 10 to negative 9 coulomb. Okay. And the distance is 1.20 times 10 raised to negative 6 meter squared. Okay, can try there. You can post your answer bisan sala okay lang as long as may ara ka participation for today. Okay, so the answer for our problem number 3 is 7.75 times 10 raised to 12 Newton per coulomb. Then, let's analyze the direction. So, we have here positive charge. Diba, ang naton outward. Kagina, ang aton nga test charge diri sa problem number 1. Therefore, ang direction niya is to the right. This time, notice mo nag-circle siya, nag-circle, nag-change direction. Dili naman siya sa left sa imo nga charge. Therefore, we will still follow our direction if positive nga outward. So, kay outward, dili siya pakadto sa left. Okay, therefore, ang final answer natin is 7.75 times 10 raised to 12 nano, or sorry, Again, 7.75 times 10 raised to 12 Newton per coulomb to the left. Okay, so muna siya ang final answer for example number 3. Okay, gets? Let's move on to example number 4. Still, i-change ta ang problem kay do ka vague. So, find the okay. Find the electric field experienced by Q2 at point T. Okay, so going back, we are going to find for the electric field experienced by Q2 at point T. So in this problem, okay, so we have here the given. We'll be solving for the electric field. So E is K Q2 over R squared, still in absolute value. This is 9 times 10 raised to 9 Newton meter squared per coulomb squared. Then our Q2 is negative, but then since we said that we will take the absolute value, we can write it as 2.32 times 10 raised to negative 9 coulomb. Okay, coulomb. Then divide this by the distance, which is 1.20 times 10 to negative 6 meters squared. Okay, so using our calculators, we can solve. So 9 times 10 raised to 9 times 2.32 raised to negative 9 divided by 1.20 raised to negative 6 squared. Don't forget ang squared. So for example 4, okay, if you have your answer, i-type lang or chat lang sa ato nga chat box. Then we have 1.45 times 10 raised to 13 Newton per coulomb. Okay, now let's analyze the direction. This is just the magnitude. So our magnitude, for example, 4 is 1.45 times 10 to negative or times 10 to 13. Again, the answer is 1.45 times 10 raised to 13 Newton per coulomb. And since this is negative, so ang direction niya is towards, not towards the test charge, it's towards the point charge or towards the given charge. Kaya ang pamangkot, anong electric field nga na-experience ni Q2. So, diri ka ma-base sa Q2 ni. Okay? So, the directions from the test charge going to the given charge is to the right. So, butang mo diri, right. Okay, so the final answer is 1 point, lang, kaunta ang erasure. So the final answer is 1.45 times 10 raised to 13 Newton per coulomb to the right. Okay, so that is for example number 4. Actually, if you're going to think of electric field, it is quite easy, easier compared to the electrostatic force. Una ko yung mas nahapusan kung siya sang electric field. Okay, now let's have example number 5. So the same with electrostatic force, sometimes there are two charges involved and we are to get the net electrostatic force if electrostatic force ang istoryahan. So this time, we will be solving for the net electric field at point T. Okay. So, paano natin isolbon ang net electric fields sa may point T? Okay. So, let's analyze first the given figure. So, ang R, this is the distance from Q1 to Q2. And the distance is 2 micrometer or 2 times 10 raised to negative 6. Okay. Raised to negative 6. Okay. 2 times 10 raised to negative 6. Okay. So, munang aton nga distance. So, given that from positive charge to your test charge, it is 5/8 sang R. So, you will be solving for 5/8 sang 2 times. Okay, so this is 2 times 10 to negative 6 meter. So, ang 2/8 niya, class, or ang 5/8 gali, is equal to 1.25 times 10 to negative 6 meter. Or 1.25 micrometer. So, masapos ko mo lang ni ganito na to. Okay, so analyze the given or kuha ang mga given danay. We will be using that one sa aton nga process. Okay, ma-add ko danay. Okay. Sige, ma-add ko na yung slide. Okay, so first is to solve for E net. So we call that E net. E net is the net electric field. So muna iya nga symbol, E net. Okay. So to solve for E net, this is equal to E1 plus E2, or the electric field at Q1 plus ang electric field sa Q2 kagina. Okay, so first thing that you need to do is to solve for E1. Okay, so first, solve for E1. And to solve for E1, we have E1 is equal to K, Q1, absolute value, mangyapon na over R squared. Sige, balikan na to ng given para po sa aton. So, our Q1 is 3.23 nanocoulomb. Butang ko dire. So, we have Q1 is 3.23. 3.23 nanocoulomb. Our Q2, 1.24. So, 1.24 nanocoulomb. Ang distance, so ang R naton is 2 times 10 raised to negative 6 meters. Okay, pero ang distance from Q1 to the test charge, butang na lang natin R1. ER1 na lang natin. So meaning that is the distance from Q1 pakadto sa aton nga test charge. And that is 1.25 times 10 raised to negative 6. Okay, so butang natin 1.25 times 10 raised to negative 6 meter. So kung amo na siyang distance ni R1, ano yung distance ni 2? So pakadto diri okay, so halin sa test charge, pakadto kay Q2, pila ang distance. So kung 2 meters tanan or 2 times 10 raised to negative 6, diri i-subtract lang naton. So 2 raised to negative 6 minus 1.25 raised to negative 6. So meaning ang bilin na diri is 7.5. Okay, 7.5 times 10 raised to negative 7 meters.